So, Tom, we're going to talk first about a basic tomato meat sauce, and then we'll work on meatballs. But I think the easiest thing is your basic meat sauce. So, amateur hour, as your brother said, here we go for meat sauce to add to pasta. So here's our kitchen, which you're very well familiar with. So when you're looking around your kitchen, you need to find a pot to cook the meat in and to make the meat sauce. So you can use something like that, which is a cast iron pan. You can use a frying pan. You probably can cook enough sauce for 4 people in each of those. Otherwise, you're going to be a little over the top with the sauce. Otherwise, you can cook meat carefully in one of these 2 pots. So just make sure you start out with the right size pot, or else it's going to overflow and burn on the stove, and then it's going to stink, and you're going to have a 2-hour cleanup job. So those are the basic cooking utensils, and then spoons, etc., etc. So the other supplies that you need before you get started, because you always try to have everything you need. That's sort of one of the basic rules. So you need a pound of meat. This will cook enough probably for 4 people. So you need a pound of ground beef. Try to get it extra lean if you can. This says 93%. I'm not sure what they're going to have available in Lima. And you need the olive oil. This is Carapelli extra virgin. It doesn't matter what olive oil, but try to avoid the Greek olive oils because they have a tendency to be strong. But extra virgin or virgin, it really doesn't matter. If you have available jarred sauce, then you can always use that. That's super easy. And then the seasonings that you need are going to be garlic powder or the actual garlic. There's a clove of garlic, which you're going to have to peel and chop up. Or you could just use garlic powder if you can find that. Probably polvo de ajo, pepper, a little minced onion, and then you need some Italian seasoning, which I don't have right now. It's oregano or Italian seasoning. And the other things, if you can't find the sauce in a jar that seems to be palatable, then go to your own sauce, which would be a can of tomatoes on the left. You want ground and peeled tomatoes. You don't want the whole tomatoes. It just makes it more complicated. You have to translate that. And then tomato paste, which is basically the really thick tomato concentrate that you're going to add together to make the tomato sauce. And finally, probably frozen vegetables would be the best, so you can make sure that they're cooked. Broccoli, or you can buy maybe frozen sliced carrots, and you can cook those for your veggie. And then, as always, bread, which you can get fresh or cut in half, put some butter on it, put some foil, and if it's a little stale, it'll be perfect. Just cut it in half, add butter, maybe a little garlic powder from here, and then put it in the foil, and then just heat it for like 10 or 15 minutes in the oven. So you're going to start here, and you're going to add about 2 teaspoons of olive oil. So you're going to take your olive oil, and then if you can measure, perfect. If you can't, just use a teaspoon out of the drawer. 2 teaspoons of olive oil. Put it over medium heat. Medium heat. So you're going to put it over medium heat, not too hot, because you'll burn everything and it'll stink. So saute the garlic, or if you don't have garlic and you're using the garlic powder, just go ahead and heat up the oil. So heat the 2 tablespoons of oil, add the meat, and cook up the meat until it's all brown. Then there's no pink. It doesn't have to be overcooked, but until it's all cooked through and there's no pink left. So you're going to do that first. So you start out with heating up the oil for about 5 minutes on medium heat, and then add the meat. If you don't have any fresh garlic, add the meat. Cook it until it's not pink anymore. All right, super. And I'll be right back.